Ready for the starting lineup, which is brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, celebrating 100 years in business in 2024. Let's start with the Uniontown Red Raiders starting lineup tonight. In center field, we'll see number 24, Cameron Jackson, batting leadoff. Of course, Cam very strong on the base paths, so we'd like to see him get on for the Uniontown Red Raiders to get this one started. Batting second for Uniontown, number 10, their second baseman at the Keystone, Mason Kuhn. Batting third, number 26, the first baseman, Tate Musco. What a season he's having so far. More about him later. Batting cleanup, number 7, the shortstop, Austin Grego. Batting fifth at third, Wyatt Nels, who wears 99 for the Uniontown Red Raiders. Batting sixth, and the designated hitter is number 8, Connor Hebda. Hebda will be hitting in place of the Uniontown Red Raiders starting pitcher. Batting seventh, number 23, Braden Hinsey, who will be in left field. Batting eighth, and wearing number 2 is Luke Gresh, who will be in right. And, of course, catching for Uniontown tonight and batting ninth, number 1, Hunter Smiley. The starting pitcher for Uniontown today is number 34, Tyler Gasper. And that is your starting lineup for the Uniontown Red Raiders. Now the starting lineup for the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Batting first for the Albert Gallatin Colonials and soon to be appearing at the plate is going to be number 12, their first baseman, Gino Valenti. Batting second and wearing number 1, the shortstop, Matt Malinsky. Catching, number 24, and batting third, J.J. Myers. Batting cleanup for the Albert Gallatin Colonials, number 23, their left fielder, Cyrus Potko. Playing center and batting fifth, number 32 for Albert Gallatin, Alex Dolabach. Batting sixth and in right field, number 4, Luke Wilson. The designated hitter for the Colonials bats seventh and wears number 8. That's Parker Lilly. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 17, Clay Smith. And batting ninth, the pitcher for the Albert Gallatin Colonials tonight, number 2, Evan Weekland. And the designated hitter for the Colonials will be hitting in place of the third baseman, number 15, Canyon Sutton. Let's take a moment now and talk about our starting pitchers tonight. As we segue over to the starting pitchers, we want to thank one more time the First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, who presented your starting lineups tonight. The First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County celebrating 100 years in business in 2024. Starting tonight for the Uniontown Red Raiders will be Tyler Gasper. Gasper has a 4.50 ERA on the season. He is 0-1 across 3 appearances and has worked to this point 9 1/3 innings. He has surrendered 5 hits, 9 runs, but only 6 of those were earned. He has struck out 10 batters in 9+ innings. He has walked 7 batters, and he will be looking to pick up his first win of the season tonight against the rival Albert Gallatin Colonials. His mound opponent will be Evan Weekland, the senior for the Colonials. He's coming in with a 1-3 record. He has made 5 appearances to this point in the season. He owns a 2.83 ERA, does Weekland. He's worked 17 1/3 innings. He has surrendered 26 hits and 20 runs, but only 7 of those were earned runs. I stuttered when I saw the difference in those numbers. He has surrendered 20 runs and just 7 earned runs, so that certainly tells a tale. He has walked 12 batters, and he has struck out 17 in his 17 innings of work. And now the umpires meet at home plate with the coaches from each team as we are just minutes from getting this one started. We want to thank one more time our video stream sponsors tonight, the Uniontown Printing Press, Don Miller Roofing, Jackson Farms Dairy Store, Henry and Stewart Audiology, and, of course, Attorney Dan White at Tremba, as well as Kinney, Greiner, and Kerr. And, of course, this is a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. When we come back, we will be ready for the first pitch here at Bailey Park. At Uniontown Printing Press, they are more than T-shirts. They are about you and everything you love, and they are local. Operated by Mookie John and Kenny Musco, they share the passion with your group, club, or team, the excitement you have for your event or cause, and that makes your business stand out from the best. Uniontown Printing Press believes that custom T-shirts do more than just look good. They help you feel good and inspire you to do good. Call Uniontown Printing Press at 724-366-7095. That's 724-366-7095. Are you down with UPP? Donald M. Miller Incorporated has been providing quality service to Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Maryland, as well as Ohio, since 1945. Their workforce is trained in all aspects of roofing installation, including shingles, standing seam metal, slate, copper, and EPDM roofing. They also do gutter and other specialty metal installations. They do both residential and commercial products of any size. Feel free to call their office at 724-438-8071 and speak with Donnie or Doug Miller about your roof project. That's Donald M. Miller Incorporated. Ready to start that spring project, that renovation, that addition? Struggling to find the right construction team to meet your needs? Looking for commitment, dedication, and quality? Then it's time to make the call to AK Contracting, the 2023-2024 winner of the Best in Fayette for Best Home Builder and for Best Remodeler Contractor. Owen Aaron Krisak is ready to help make your home renovation dreams a reality. Call AK Contracting today at 724-550-0411. Don't settle for OK. Call AK today. Contact attorney Dan White at Tremba, Kinney, Greiner, and Kerr, a full-service law firm which can assist you with all of your legal needs. With an office located on Morrell Avenue in Connellsville, the team at Tremba, Kinney, Greiner, and Kerr prides itself on its ability to professionally and aggressively address your legal matters, meeting with you as soon as possible and returning your telephone calls in a prompt fashion. Contact Dan White at Tremba, Kinney, Greiner, and Kerr at 724-628-7955. For farm fresh dairy products, stop in Jackson Farms Dairy Store, Route 40 at Briar Hill. Enjoy delicious hot deli items available Monday through Friday. Eat in or take out. Jackson Farms Dairy Store features quality dairy products, the most delectable homemade ice cream you will ever eat. And now available at Jackson Farms is their own farmhouse cheddar cheese and cheese curds. Why not stop in to Jackson Farms today? You are listening to the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network, a Facebook digital exclusive from Bailey Park, the Uniontown Red Raiders, and the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Just a few minutes now from the first pitch. We also want to thank one more time First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, celebrating 100 years in business in 2024. They brought your starting lineup to you this evening, and our pregame show sponsor, who was, of course, the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They got us ready for the game tonight and are located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. We're going to step away for just one moment here for our Facebook digital exclusive as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Bailey Park here for the Uniontown Red Raiders and the Albert Gallatin Colonials on the WMBS Facebook page, an exclusive digital broadcast. And we are very glad, as always, to have you here with us tonight at Bailey Park as we are ready to get this one underway. A third-place game, if you will, between two teams that are 2-2 in the section. Uniontown with the superior overall record. But somebody is going to come out of this one tonight with a 3-2 section record and sole ownership of third place in 4A Section 2. The Uniontown Red Raiders preparing now to take to the field here in the top of the first inning at Bailey Park. And the Albert Gallatin Colonials are preparing themselves to get to work here in the top of the first inning with their first baseman, number 12, Gino Valenti, stepping up to the plate. And Valenti will be getting us started here in just a moment against Uniontown's starting pitcher tonight. Uniontown, of course, on the mound for the Red Raiders, number 34, Tyler Gasper. Gasper is looking for his first win of the season, and he is the owner of a 4.50 ERA across just over 9 innings of work. In those 9+ innings, he has surrendered 6 earned runs, has also struck out 10 batters, and his mound opponent, Evan Weekland, is going to be coming into this one today looking to further the success he's had here in the early part of the season. Weekland is the owner of a 2.83 ERA and has surrendered just 7 earned runs. He has given up 20 runs overall, though. Weekland with a record so far this season that does not quite match up with that ERA. He is 1-3. We'll see if the Albert Gallatin Colonials will be able to support him in the field and help him maintain that strong ERA number tonight. The Colonials will be sending Gino Valenti to the plate to get this one started. And Valenti, as well as a few other Colonial hitters at the top of this lineup, do bring some very impressive offensive numbers to the page as we are looking at the statistics here for this Albert Gallatin Colonial team. Valenti is a .414 hitter so far this season. That is his batting average. It is a lofty number, to say the least. Valenti has made 29 appearances to the plate so far this season, and he's going to be a left-handed bat for the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Gasper ready to get us started with the first pitch, and here's the delivery. And the first pitch is going to get away from Smiley, who is behind plate for Uniontown. So this is going to be a 1-0 start for Valenti. Valenti has 12 hits this season, a couple of RBIs, 6 doubles as well, so some extra base power from this lefty. Valenti now ready for the second pitch of the at-bat. It's on its way. This one just a bit upstairs for ball number 2, and the count goes 2-0. The Uniontown Red Raiders in their very crisp white uniform tonight. Maroon lettering and number. Gasper, third pitch of the at-bat. 2-0 pitch. This one also upstairs. Valenti has struck out just one time so far this season. Has an OPS north of 1,000. So he has been very successful at the plate so far. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and Valenti will take for a strike, 3-1. The Albert Gallatin Colonials, of course, in their black road uniform, some gray trim, gray lettering, white number. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Gasper. This one is down low, and that's going to put Valenti on the bases to get this one started. Valenti does have a steal, just one stolen base so far this season. And the Colonials now will send their shortstop, right-handed bat number 1, Matt Malinsky, to the plate. Malinsky bats with a runner on. Malinsky, a 160 hitter, is going to take a pitch outside. This is Malinsky's 29th plate appearance of the season, 26th at bat. He's got a handful of hits on the season as well as a run scored for the Colonials. And we're going to check on the runner. Number 12, Valenti, hurrying back to first base. And now we're going to get some help with the baseball from the Uniontown third baseman. Number 99, Wyatt Nels, gets the ball for Gasper. Gasper back on the mound. Checks on the runner. Now will come set. And here's the pitch. Malinsky going to take this one. So far, so good for the Colonials. They have a runner on, and Malinsky with a friendly count to this point in the at-bat. Here's the pitch from Gasper. This one's in for a strike. Gasper, a .450 ERA so far on the season. He does have an impressive number of strikeouts versus the number of innings that he's pitched. He's going to check on the runner again, and Valenti is back with time to spare. Malinsky has struck out 6 times so far this season. He's also walked a couple of times. On-base percentage is .222. Gasper going to look to get this particular at-bat under control, maybe generate an out before the real force of this Albert Gallatin Colonial lineup comes to the plate. There's a few really strong hitters in the heart of this AG lineup. This one going to be fouled off. Due up, J.J. Myers. He's on deck, and in the hole is Cyrus Potgul. Both of those hitters bat near .350 as far as batting average is concerned. So certainly the Red Raiders will like an out where they can get one here in the top of the first inning with a runner on. Gasper's going to check on the runner and come set. Here's the pitch. This one is swung through, and that's going to be a strikeout. Tyler Gasper dealing the heat there to generate that out. And we will see J.J. Myers, the Albert Gallatin backstop. A quick conversation here between Smiley and Gasper. Myers, a .348 hitter. He's about to make his 25th plate appearance. He's got 8 hits across 23 at-bats as of right now. 4 doubles to go along with 3 RBI. So extra base power for Myers as well. Myers owns an OPS that is just shy of 900. Gasper will check on the runner again. This is very close. But our infield umpire, who is Matt James, will say Valenti was back in time. Valenti now covered in some of the Bailey Park infield dirt. Gasper with the pitch. Myers will take a strike. Myers on the season has a slugging percentage north of 500. His on-base percentage is just at the 400 mark, just below the 400 mark. Here's Gasper going to check on that runner again. They really want Valenti. Good crowd on hand here today at Bailey Park. This game was originally scheduled for a 7 p.m. start time, was moved up to 5 p.m. as monsoon season continues here in southwestern Pennsylvania. Here's Gasper with the pitch. This one blocked by Smiley. Valenti will not go. And a good job there by the Uniontown backstop. Number 1, Hunter Smiley, not letting that one get away. But we are expecting some more inclement weather. In fact, Greene and Washington counties, just to our west, currently in a tornado watch. Smiley going to do a good job of getting out and getting his glove on that pitch outside. So J.J. Myers with 1 down and a runner on, trying to see if he can't put another base runner in position for Cyrus Potgol, who is the very dangerous Colonial cleanup hitter. Myers going to swing through this one. Gasper again showing off the heat. And, of course, Gasper does have numbers this season that suggest he has the stuff to generate some strikeouts. He's got 10 of them across just 9 1/3 innings coming into this game. Checks on the runner again. Valenti back with time to spare, although Valenti's lead is getting progressively less. Gasper takes a peek over at Valenti, and now here's the pitch. Myers is going to lift this one into left field, where Braden Hinsey has a beat on it. Hinsey gives it the glove treatment and returns the ball to the infield. No opportunity there, of course, for Valenti to move. That does bring the Colonials' cleanup hitter to the plate, number 23, their left fielder, Cyrus Potgol. And Potgol has some very lofty numbers at the plate this season. He's the owner of a .333 batting average. He's making his 28th plate appearance as number 23. Checking on the runner once again. Potgol has 5 RBIs, 2 doubles, but the real danger from Cyrus Potgol is the home run power. He's got 2 of those already this season. Here's the pitch from Gasper. This one in the dirt. Tom Sandella is our home plate umpire tonight. Potgol has an OPS nearly 1,100. Slugging percentage .666. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be upstairs for a ball. Should Cyrus Potgol reach, the number 5 hitter in this lineup for the Colonials is number 32, Alex Dolabach. He's on deck right now. Gasper with the pitch. This one's going to get away from Smiley, and now Valenti is going to get his chance to get to second base. He's had his eye on it now for several minutes, and he's there. Did not need to use the oven mitt for that one. He's going to walk into second. And now Gasper is going to refocus himself on Potgol, who now has a runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch to Potgol, and this one is going to hit him. And Potgol is hit by the pitch. That's the first time this season Cyrus has been struck by a pitch. And so now the Colonials have two runners on, one in scoring position for Alex Dolabach. The Colonials center fielder is a lefty. Gasberg is going to take a look at the lead runner, come home with the pitch. This one just off the mark. 1-0. We've got a beautiful day here in southwestern Pennsylvania for baseball. We're hoping it stays that way for a couple of hours. Here's the pitch, 1-0. This one's going to be bounced through the infield, and it does indeed get through. And the runner is going to hold at third. So the Colonials now have the bases loaded off of that single for the right fielder, number 4, Luke Wilson, who was going to come to the plate now. Luke, a .273 hitter. He does have an RBI on the season, scored a couple of runs. He's about to make his 26th plate appearance. Wilson has struck out 11 times. And so we'll see if Gasper cannot make that a dozen. Here's the pitch. And this one down low for a ball, 1-0. The Colonials with the bases loaded here in the top of the first. The lead runner, Gino Valenti, takes his lead off the hot corner. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one also downstairs, 2 balls. Potkel now at the Keystone. On first base, Alex Dolabach, who just delivered the single. And we're going to have a conversation here for the Uniontown Red Raiders, a mound visit. Ken Musco assisted for the Uniontown Red Raiders by Joe LaPresta and Mark Edenfield. And so Uniontown will take a few minutes to discuss their predicament, falling behind on the count against Luke Wilson, and with the bases loaded here in the top of the first. We want to thank you again for checking out this Facebook digital exclusive. Our video stream tonight is courtesy of Henry and Stewart Audiology, Jackson Farms Dairy Store, Don Miller Roofing, the Uniontown Printing Press, and attorney Dan White at Tremba, Kinney, Greiner, and Kerr. Thank you to our sponsors for making our video stream possible. Joshua Scully with you tonight, alongside Tony Hanula, who is very quiet right now. Here's the pitch. This one in the dirt. Bill Dice behind the camera for us this evening. .30 count, and we'll see if Wilson gets the green light. Here's the pitch from Gasper. And this one is going to be ball 4, and the Colonials will see a run score off of that walk. Potko moves up to third. Wilson, of course, will take over first. Dolabach will move to second. And the Colonials, with 2 down, keep this going. It's Parker Lilly at the plate now. The right-handed bat. Lilly is the designated hitter. He jumps out of the way of this one. Lilly, a .312 hitter. He's got 5 hits and 16 at-bats, has scored a run. Lilly often finds himself getting onto base some way, somehow. He's going to hit it here to second. Little toss over, and the out is made. Good glove work there for the Uniontown Red Raiders between Kuhn and Grego with the flip and the out. So the Albert Gallatin Colonials do put some offense together, but they score just 1. And now we're going to move into the bottom of the first inning. Albert Gallatin 1, Uniontown nothing. You're listening or watching the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Contact Uniontown Allstate agent Russ Blejo for a free quote for home and car insurance near you. Located on Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, call Russ at 724-439-9700. Remember, you're in good hands with Russ Blejo and Allstate. Since 1976, Davis & Davis has represented people and not insurance companies. Our lawyers have experience in litigating or settling personal injury claims, medical malpractice cases, and wrongful death actions, together with domestic, real estate, workers' compensation, and municipal law experience. Throughout decades of work, Davis & Davis has successfully represented thousands of cases in local, state, and federal courts. For more information on how Davis & Davis can help you, call 724-437-2799. You're listening to the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network, here live from Bailey Park in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, on this Facebook digital exclusive. The Albert Gallatin Colonials lead after a half inning, 1-0. And the Uniontown Red Raiders will have their first chance to appear at the plate in just a moment. On the mound for the Albert Gallatin Colonials this afternoon, Evan Weekland. Weekland is the senior for the Colonials, and he has some really impressive numbers this season. But he, unfortunately, has only found himself as the winner just one time. 1-3 record on the hill for Weekland. He's making his sixth appearance, a .283 ERA, and now he's going to face Cam Jackson. Jackson, of course, the speedster for Uniontown in center field. This pitch is in the dirt ahead of Cam. Jackson, a .118 hitter. He's got a couple of hits and 17 at-bats to this point. But Jackson, of course, represents himself very well on the base paths, where he has 4 stolen bases. And batting second for Uniontown is their stolen base leader as of the first pitch this evening, Mason Kuhn. He's got 8 stolen bases, so the Uniontown Red Raiders, when they are able to get these first couple of bats on, can really do some damage. Jackson going to take a strike here. Weekland, of course, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, has sort of been victimized. This one hit well by Jackson into left field. Going to be given the glove treatment there by the Colonial left fielder Cyrus Potkill. That ball had some spark off the bat, but it goes right at Potkill. So no luck for Cam Jackson, but a good piece of hitting. And now we will see Mason Kuhn, who has 8 stolen bases so far this year. And he's the type of hitter that Uniontown would love to see get on now with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Weekland will come set. Here's his delivery. And this one is hit well into right, and it gets down. And Mason Kuhn is indeed on first base. Big turn around first, but he stays there. And Kuhn helping his own case. He was batting .222. I didn't even have a chance to say it. Prior to that at bat, he had 4 hits and 18 at-bats. Now he's got 5 hits in 19 at-bats, and the Uniontown Red Raiders are in business here ahead of Tate Musco. Tate Musco's numbers speak for themselves. They are impressive. Musco is the lefty hitter here, and he bats with a runner on against Weekland. Musco has a .400 batting average. Going to show bunt, pulls it back. Kuhn is already on to the races, and the pass out to the Keystone will get away, and Kuhn is going to have himself third base out of that. And now the Uniontown Red Raiders have a run just 1 station away. The throw skipping past the second baseman for the Colonials. Smith not quite able to get a glove on that one, and Kuhn capitalizes. So now I suspect Musco will not be showing the bunt. Weekland with the pitch. 1 down here for Uniontown. This one just a touch inside. Musco on the season, in addition to that .400 batting average, 4 RBIs. He's got 5 doubles. Hits this one sharply foul. Musco does have 1 home run. It was a dramatic one. And Tony, so far so good for Uniontown in the bottom of the first inning so far. They did not have much luck with the good contact from Cam Jackson, but everything has been coming up aces since then. This one fouled sharply again.
Well, nice to be here, Josh. Kind of work gets in the way a little bit, so maybe I'm the good luck charm. Get Uniontown a couple runs here.
That's exactly right. We'll see if the Red Raiders can capitalize on that. And, Tony, we had shared earlier in the broadcast this was going to be a 7 p.m. first pitch. And, of course, that changed given the weather circumstances that we're expecting this evening.
Yeah, you got to move them up, and especially the way this is nowadays. These guys are having a tough time getting all these games in. This is their third game this week already, and scheduled to play another one tomorrow.
That's right. We said it's monsoon season here in southwestern Pennsylvania. Plenty of rain.
That's about right, too.
Weakland trying to keep this at bat under control against the dangerous Musco. This one gets away from the backstop, but Kuhn does not press his luck. He's going to trot back to third base. Tate Musco just earlier today signed with Marietta College. Tate plans on studying communications, and he will be playing baseball for the Marietta College Pioneers.
Going to be out there with probably one of his friends, Laurel Highlands grad Nick Kumar, out there now playing baseball for Marietta.
And unfortunately, Weakland is going to get Musco to chase one and strike out. So that'll be 2 down for Uniontown. Musco had a great quote when discussing his high school career to fellow students. He would say, always put in the extra work, and certainly that strikeout aside, his numbers so far this season speak for themselves. For Uniontown now, we're going to see Austin Grego, the shortstop, number 7, right-handed at bat. He's going to have a chance to tie this one up.
And Grego, what a performance on the mound yesterday. 14 strikeouts in that 2-1 win against Ringgold.
And this one's going to get away and sliding in safely to tie this one up at 1. Mason Kuhn, who had his foot on the gas from the moment he hit that baseball just a few moments ago. And he works his way around the bases and scores to tie this one up at 1. So we've got 2 down and a 2-0 count on Austin Grego.
And that's the thing. The run production has really been at a premium for Uniontown. They came in hitting 182 as a team. And that's the thing. Just haven't been able to put a whole lot of runs on the board so far early this year.
These two teams have both been outscored to this point, but this is sort of a third-place showdown tonight, Tony. The winner of this game is going to be in sole possession of third place. That pitch in the dirt. So a good count here now for Grego.
Well, in third place till tomorrow, right? Till they go at it again.
That's right. Could be tied back up if they would split. Or one team really has a chance to put a little bit of distance between themselves and the bottom half of the section.
Well, and that's the thing. Uniontown would like to extend that win streak of 2 and make it 3. And you're right. As we said, this season in the section season is really short, only 10 section games, so can't afford to lose any.
And so far, Bell Vernon and Greater Latrobe have avoided that. Here's a good piece of contact, but hit right to second base, and the putout is going to be made. Good work there by Smith. And we played one full one here at Bailey Park tonight in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, and the score is even after that one inning at 1-1. You are listening to the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. When we come back, it'll be the second inning here live from Bailey Park on this digital exclusive. Are you managing diabetes and need supplies? Peachin Pharmacy can help you. They understand the importance of quality diabetic care. The pharmacy offers a wide range of supplies, all tailored to meet your needs and your budget. Plus, they can deliver your supplies and prescriptions to you. Trust your local pharmacy for all of your diabetic needs and have a local pharmacy to help you. Visit Peachin Pharmacy in downtown Connellsville or call 724-626-9600. Peachin Pharmacy, your partner in diabetic care, 724-626-9600. Have you fallen in love with a house or are you head over heels for a home plan? Take the plunge. Apply for a mortgage loan with First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County today. Feeling commitment shy? Complete a mortgage pre-qualification. It's simple. 100% online, and you'll get a personalized answer within one business day. Then save the date for move-in day or groundbreaking and put a key ring on it. Apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729. Welcome back to Bailey Park here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network, a digital exclusive tonight from Uniontown's beautiful Bailey Park. Tony Hanula here with us tonight, and this is Joshua Scully. We're covering the game for you, and thank you for checking us out on the WMBS Facebook page. We're glad to be here, and right now we have got a beautiful breeze blowing in, and hopefully it stays that way. The shadows, of course, getting a bit longer here at Bailey Park as we move into the second inning. And Clay Smith, the second baseman, coming up to the plate. Here's the first pitch of that inning. It's going to bounce in the dirt, and we're going to have a 1-0 count to get started.
Smith, the eighth batter in the lineup for the Colonials. He'll be followed by Weakland, and then back to the top of the order.
And the top of the order is where the Colonials had some success right out of the gate against Uniontown in the first inning. Here's the pitch from Gasper. This one in for a strike. That's going to even the count at 1-1. Smith, coming into this at bat, is a 100 hitter on the season. He's got a hit and 10 at bats. Smith has struck out 4 times.
Gasper, not sure he agreed with that call.
Count does go 2-1. This is the 2-1 pitch from Gasper. Here it is. Smith going to foul this one back. Great to see Bailey Park back in action. Of course, for many years, the Uniontown Red Raiders, occasionally somewhat nomadic in nature as far as their baseball program was concerned, but Bailey Park has had a lot of nice work done to it over the last few years. Here's the pitch from Gasper. Softball field behind us. Coming into today, Tony, too, as you and I learned earlier today, right now, the Uniontown Red Raiders softball team ranked number 5 in the WPIAL.
And that's impressive. A good start for the Lady Red Raiders.
This one going to be fouled off by Smith. The count will stay full. But the field here at Bailey Park is in great shape. I suspect all of this rain has probably helped it out quite a bit. And the pitch from Gasper. Smith will swing through this one. He commits, could not pull the bat back, and he will strike out here to get the second inning started. So a nice break for Uniontown and another strikeout for Gasper, who has continued to show off the stuff he brings to the table. And now he's going to face his mound opponent, Evan Weakland.
The second strikeout on the day for Gasper.
And he's going to start Weakland out with a strike. Weakland, the 105 hitter. He's got a couple of hits in 19 at-bats. A couple of RBIs, too. On-base percentage, .227 for Weakland. Here's the pitch. This one fouled back.
Gasper doesn't screw around out there. He gets the ball and just goes right at it.
And I'll tell you what, Tony, I didn't know that Bailey Park had a pitch clock, but I guess it must be out there somewhere because Gasper has been really working.
He's working fast. Maybe he got a date later.
He just might. He is definitely moving. Here's the pitch to Weakland. Weakland going to go after that one in the dirt. And the Red Raiders going to get the put out there. Nice job by Hunter Smiley, finding that one as a cloud of dust emerged once Weakland made some contact with the dirt, too, and sort of spun out of the batter's box. Smiley stayed with it and gets the out at first base. Nicely done.
So 2 consecutive strikeouts to start this second inning for Gasper.
Gino Valenti back at the plate. Valenti looking to get back on the bases. And this time Gasper going to start him off with a strike. Valenti was checked on early and often once he got onto first base. He eventually came around to score. Gasper with the 0-1 pitch now to Valenti, and here's that pitch in the dirt. 2 down here in the top of the second inning between these two rivals, the Uniontown Red Raiders and Albert Gallatin Colonials. Of course, spend every school year going toe-to-toe in virtually every sport. Both schools roughly the same size, and of course the geography involved often sees them in the same section. This one in for a strike. Gasper really dealing here in inning number 2.
And throwing a lot of strikes, too, as well, Josh. Not wasting a lot of pitches.
Gasper with the 1-2 pitch. Here's the delivery. And this one's going to just miss the mark, a bit low. The Red Raiders, of course, trying to keep something of a winning streak going. They've won 2 in a row. The Colonials have lost 2 consecutive games.
Now the Colonials faced what looks like the best team in this section in Latrobe the last couple days.
This one also just off the mark, a bit high. Greater Latrobe is out front right now in the section. They are pretty closely chased by Bell Vernon. Greater Latrobe with the stronger record in conference as it stands. Here's this pitch, going to chase Valenti off the plate, and he will walk.
So Valenti now 2 for 2, 2 walks.
He's helping out his on-base percentage, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, currently Latrobe ranked number 3 by the Trib in Class 4A, behind West Mifflin and Thomas Jefferson.
Matt Malinsky at the plate. Here's the pitch. This one just off the mark.
Malinsky, a strikeout victim, his first time up for the Colonials.
We'll see if Gasper can get him again and bring this half of the inning to a conclusion. He's going to check on the runner. He checked on Valenti quite often in the first inning. Valenti does come in with a stolen base and moved pretty well when the opportunity presented itself. So Gasper again going to check on Valenti.
Yeah, not a very big lead over there. Probably only about a 2.5 step lead.
This one is going to be lifted foul onto the walk path here at Bailey Park.
Yeah, no chance for a play out there by anybody. Well, foul.
Gasper going to check on Valenti. It's been a long time, Tony, since I've had this vantage point here at Bailey Park, and as I'm thinking about it, boy, these houses up on Charles Street, you've got to get some bleachers on the back side of those, and those are premium seats. That would be really cool.
Be perfect to sit on a couple balconies out there, watch a game.
This one going to be just outside.
Have a couple milk and cookies while you're there watching it, right?
That's exactly right. Jackson Farms probably would appreciate you throwing that out there tonight, Tony. Gasper with the 2-1 pitch. And Smiley comes up throwing. Now he wants Valenti. Valenti back in time.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You got 2 outs on 2 strikeouts. Grant you Valenti with a walk, but really don't want to put him in scoring position with Malinsky at bat. Then you got J.J. Myers to follow, a .348 hitter, so you really don't want to give anybody a chance to cut into this, well, actually to add on to this 1-1 game.
Gasper will come set here, and the pitch, and instead we're going to have time called just as Gasper was about to stride forward and deliver. And taking a moment to step out of the batter's box, Malinsky going to adjust himself just a bit. Now he steps back in, the right-handed bat. Here's the pitch from Gasper, and this one is chopped off the plate. Foul ball.
Valenti has to retreat to first.
Valenti spent a long time at first base in the top of the first inning. He's there again. He has had to slide into that base probably a dozen times already today. This pitch also going to miss.
Missed on the outside. Smiley thought about throwing down to first again, but thought better of it.
More and more spectators coming out to check out the baseball game tonight. Good crowd on hand. This one is going to be swung through, and the punch-out will do it here in the top of the second inning. We've played an inning and a half at Bailey Park in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. We've got a tie ball game, 1-1. If you're within distance, I would say even within 30 minutes, it might be worth coming down on a beautiful April evening to check this one out. It's the Colonials 1 and the Red Raiders 1. When we come back here on the WMBS Facebook page, it'll be the bottom of inning number 2. You're listening to the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Henry and Stewart Audiology are experienced audiologists in Uniontown, Carmichaels, and Connellsville. The gift of hearing is important for people of all ages, from infancy to late adulthood. Henry and Stewart Audiology Incorporated is here to ensure that you make the best decisions about your hearing throughout your life. When you choose them as your audiologist, there's no need to wait for a sale. They offer fair and honest pricing every day on all of their hearing devices and services. Contact Henry and Stewart Audiology today. UPMC Rehab Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community. They treat sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They can treat you efficiently and safely because they take all necessary precautions and are disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists, convenient location, convenient hours, part of the community. You can call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access, and they can contact your doctor for you. 724-437-7500 for UPMC Rehab Institute. Welcome back to Bailey Park. Here is Wyatt Nels, the third baseman for Uniontown, steps in the batter's box to face Weekland in a 1-1 ball game. This first pitch in the dirt. Nels has had a nice season at the plate for Uniontown to this point, and he's going to look to continue that success here tonight. He's got the home run, of course, a dramatic one, 6 RBIs, 5 hits and 20 at-bats. And he's going to be started off here with a 1-0 count. Due up also the Uniontown designated hitter, Connor Hebda, and Braden Hinsey.
First pitch fouled away there by Nails.
Weekland going to see if he can keep Uniontown off the board here in the bottom of inning number 2 and match Gasper toe for toe. Here's the pitch, and Nels gets a good piece of this one. Will it stay fair? No, it goes foul, hooking away from the field. Had he dropped that one in, that had double written all over it.
Yeah, just got a little inside on that pitch and tried to shoot it the other way, but just couldn't keep it fair. Gave it a pretty good ride, though.
He definitely did. Weekland will come set here. 1-2 count. And this one is going to be popped up, and it looks playable. And it is indeed caught by Albert Gallatin's shortstop, Malinsky, gloving that one, and we've got one down here in the bottom of the second inning.
And a pretty nice off-speed pitcher by Weekland to get Nails really reaching out in front of it. Just popped that ball up. Stayed up there for a long time. I actually thought Malinsky might have lost it in the sun, but he made a nice play defensively for the first out of the inning.
Hebda, the designated hitter, will step in. Hebda just making, so far this season, his second plate appearance. Here's the pitch from Weekland, and Hebda going to swing through this one. So the account is now even at 1.
And a pretty nice fastball there by Weekland. Kept it low. Hebda unable to pick that one up.
Weekland has done a really nice job so far mixing up his pitches, but on the Uniontown side. So has Gasper. So something of a pitcher's duel possibly materializing. Speaking of changing up the pitches, that one very off speed. Just missing the mark. Hebda trying to get something started here for Uniontown with one down in the bottom of the second. He fouls this one back off the net and then off the Albert Gallatin dugout.
Yeah, and you're right. Nice crowd here today, Josh. Really perfect day for baseball.
Yeah, and more people continue to show up. Here's the pitch from Weakland. This one going to miss.
Not by much.
Going to make it a full count.
Man, that pitch did not miss by much. Almost caught the outside corner.
Weakland going to see if perhaps he can't find that corner this time. Here's the pitch. And that one also going to be called a ball. Was very close. Hebda gets a free pass out of the work, and he'll move down to first base.
First walk of the day issued by Weakland. That's going to bring up Braden Hinsey, the left fielder.
Weakland wanted to take a moment there and speak with J.J. Myers, his backstop. Hinsey, a 182 hitter. He's got a couple of hits on the season and a double among them.
Hinsey getting some time as a freshman. Good experience for the years to come for this Red Raider team.
Hinsey had a nice catch in the first inning in left field. And he's not yet in the batter's box, getting some instruction from the Uniontown coaches. Going to check his sign, and now he steps in. Weakland checks on the runner. Now he's going to throw that way, and I do believe he's got him. And he is going to throw out.
He's a courtesy runner, like Martin was in there.
The freshman, who's listed at shortstop and pitcher, he's going to be picked off. And now we've got two down. Good work there by Weakland.
Yeah, nice move. Just caught Martin leaning a little bit. Really, he was out by quite a bit.
And Hinsey is going to drop this one into center field. Nearly caught. Charging up. Dolabach, the center fielder for the Colonials, looked like he got his glove on it, but was sliding forward, could not quite secure it. And Hinsey's going to get to first base out of that. So Uniontown with two down, though, but an opportunity yet remains. And we'll see Luke Gresh, the right fielder, stepping in.
On that pickoff now, even more looms large here right now. A couple runners on with one out would have been a nice scenario here for the Red Raiders. 8-9 hitters up, this Hunter Smiley and then Gresh. But Weakland trying to work out of a little bit of a jam, but not much.
Gresh has one hit on the season and 19 at-bats. He may have two. He just dropped one into left center, and the Red Raiders have runners on first and second here with two down in the bottom of inning number 2. Good piece of hitting there by Luke Gresh, who stayed on that one and drived it into left center. And now we'll see Hunter Smiley, the 125 hitter. Couple of hits and 16 at-bats.
It's the other way around.
Here's the pitch. Swinging through this one is Smiley. Smiley has done some really good work for Uniontown behind the plate so far today. He's blocked a couple pitches, come up throwing a few times. Has a chance here to really help out his team. Weakland going to check the lead runner, Braden Hinsey, and now he steps back on the rubber and chases Hinsey back to second.
Yeah, and I apologize for that. I'm looking here, too. It looks like they did switch the lineup here. I'm looking at the original lineup, and it had Smiley in the 8 spot, Gresh in the 9, but I see a little arrow here. So I apologize for that. So Gresh with the single.
Tony, that's some last-minute manager magic when you get the read on that batting order. Weakland wants to come up throwing here, and he fires one out to his second baseman, trying to catch Hinsey, and Smith just sort of takes a couple steps over and grabs that one, but was in no place to make the tag.
And really, that was pretty dangerous. He spun the wrong way, and you didn't have Smith actually in place to even think about a tag.
This one going to be lifted into left center. We'll see if there's a play to be made. There is, and that's going to retire the side here in inning number 2. So the Uniontown Red Raiders certainly threaten Weakland there in a few instances, but they're not able to plate any runs, and our score stays at 1. You're listening to the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. This is a WMBS Facebook digital exclusive at Bailey Park, the Uniontown Red Raiders and the Albert Gallatin Colonials. At Uniontown Printing Press, they are more than T-shirts. They are about you and everything you love, and they are local. Operated by Mookie John and Kenny Musco, they share the passion with your group, club, or team, the excitement you have for your event or cause, and that makes your business stand out from the rest. Uniontown Printing Press believes that custom T-shirts do more than just make you look good. They make you feel good and inspire you to do good. Call Uniontown Printing Press at 724-366-7095. That's 724-366-7095. Are you down with UPP? Donald M. Miller Incorporated has been providing quality service to Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Maryland, and Ohio since 1945. Their workforce is trained in all aspects of roofing installation, including shingles, standing seam metal, slate, copper, and EPDM roofing. They also do gutter and other specialty metal installations. They do both residential and commercial products of any size, and you can feel free to call their office at 724-438-8071 and speak with Donnie or Doug Miller about your roof project today. Welcome back to Bailey Park. Joshua Scully alongside Tony Hanula. And we saw the Uniontown Red Raiders nearly will their way into a run or two in the bottom of the second, but no luck. And now here we are, top of the third, and the Colonials will try their hand at the same.
Oh, just a little bit short there to J.J. Myers. Myers flew out to left field his first time up.
Cyrus Potkill at the plate. Here's the pitch. Good eye so far by Potkill. Gasper will get his sign and deliver. This one in for a strike. Potkill, of course, very dangerous at the plate. He has some real power. Gasper going to see this one grounded to short. And up with it with the throw, and just in time to get Potkill. Good work there by Grego, and a nice grab by Musco to get the out at first base. Potkill just a step short.
Pretty nice stretch there by Tate Musco to get the out. That throw just a little off the bag to Musco's right, but able to stretch and make the play. I thought Grego might have taken just a little bit too much time there, but strong throw, able to get that runner and pick up the first out of the inning.
And I want to correct myself. The previous batter was J.J. Myers. This is Cyrus Potkill, although virtually everything I said about Potkill also true about Myers. He's a great offensive player. Potkill, of course, the long ball threat, and he's going to check his swing here.
They're going to try to appeal it, and they're going to call it a strike. Wow. Wasn't so sure he went on that. AG coaches don't agree either, but first base umpire is the guy with the call.
Definitely nobody on the Albert Gallatin side very pleased with that call. But Gasper, see, will he capitalize on that break? Potkill drives this one up through the middle and into center field. Cam Jackson up with it. Potkill will have himself. Welcome back to Uniontown's Bailey Park, where we have experienced a few moments of technical difficulty, but we are back here in the bottom of the third. Joshua Scully alongside Tony Manula, and we've got Mason Kuhn at the plate with one down in the bottom of this third inning. Evan Weekland still on the mound for AG, and he's just given up a good hit to Kuhn that is, unfortunately for Uniontown, caught in deep right field. And it's Wilson for Albert Gallatin putting the glove on it. And Kuhn is retired. That's two down quickly here in the bottom of inning number 3. Welcome back to Bailey Park here in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, where we are in the bottom of the third inning after experiencing some technical difficulties. Evan Weekland still on the mound for Albert Gallatin, and he gives up a single here to Uniontown's number 26, Tate Musco, who just signed on to continue his career in education. Earlier today, that was a big announcement, a press release coming from Uniontown School District, and some exciting news for Tate, that he'll have a chance to continue playing baseball as he pursues a communications degree, and he'll be doing that at Marietta College, where he'll play baseball for the Pioneers. Tate not only has represented Uniontown on the baseball diamond, but he's also been on the golf team for 2 years. He'll be checked on here by Evan Weekland.
Probably wants to take our job. Communications major. What do you think,
Very
Josh?
good chance of that, Tony.
Yeah.
I hope he takes his time. No summer classes.
That's right. Don't speed it up, boy.
Austin Grego, the shortstop, is at the plate. Musco going to be checked on again.
That was pretty close right there. Almost got him on the back, on his calf there. A little bit closer than it probably should have been.
We have experienced some technical difficulties here. We apologize for that, but we are back with you now. And hopefully we have been able to rejoin you just in time for a Uniontown rally, as Uniontown fell behind just a bit here in the top half of this inning. But now Grego with a runner on. Grego, by the way, a .312 hitter coming into today. He's got 5 hits on the season and a couple of RBIs. That was as of the first pitch earlier today between these Albert Gallatin Colonials and the Uniontown Red Raiders. Here's the pitch from Weekland. That one is in for a strike.
Yeah, pretty nice curveball right there. Almost looked like Grego was kind of looking fastball.
And we've seen the weather change here slowly but surely over the course of this game. Clouds have moved in, and a breeze is picking up. We know that there is some rain moving in later, and that's why this game was moved from a 7 p.m. first pitch to a 5 p.m. first pitch, something of a third-place showdown between the Red Raiders and the Colonials. Weekland with the pitch. This one is going to miss the mark. And taking off is Musco, and Musco is in neatly ahead of the throw.
And Musco actually thought that play might have been a little bit closer, but Musco able to beat that easily. And now another runner in scoring position for the Uniontown Red Raiders. Left a couple runners on base the last inning.
Very close last inning into getting through against Weekland with something significant. But unfortunately, this too will end in no runs as Weekland punches out the batter. Caught him looking with that fastball. And now we've played 3. We'll head into the 4th where the Albert Gallatin Colonials will look to protect or add upon a 3-1 advantage. You're listening to the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Contact attorney Dan White at Tremba, Kinney, Greiner, and Kerr, a full-service law firm which can assist you with all of your local needs. With an office located on Morrell Avenue in Connellsville, the team at Tremba, Kinney, Greiner, and Kerr provides the ability to professionally and aggressively address your legal matters, meeting with you as soon as possible, and returning your telephone calls in a prompt fashion. Contact Dan White at Tremba, Kinney, Greiner, and Kerr, 724-628-7955. That's Dan White at Tremba, Kinney, Greiner, and Kerr at 724-628-7955. 7955. Are you ready to start that spring project, that next renovation, that addition? Struggling to find the right construction team to meet your needs? Looking for commitment, dedication, and quality? Then it's time to make the call to AK Contracting, the 2023-2024 winner of the Best in Fayette for home builder and the best remodeler contractor. Owner Aaron Kryzak is ready to help you make your home renovation dreams a reality. Call AK Contracting today at 724-550-0411. That's 724-550-0411. Don't settle for OK. Call AK today. Welcome back to Bailey Park, where the Uniontown Red Raiders and Albert Gallatin Colonials move into inning number 4. And while we were experiencing our technical difficulties earlier in this game, the Uniontown Red Raiders did initiate a pitching change. They have Caleb Bartok, the freshman who was listed as infielder and pitcher on the mound. Here's a bunt attempt. Bartok going to field that one himself, throws on to first, and easily done by Uniontown to retire Evan Weekland, who right now is Bartok's mound opponent. Caleb Bartok is indeed a freshman, so the Uniontown Red Raiders not hesitant to make use of some of their freshman players here in this one. They have Braden Hinsey, a fellow freshman, out in left field as we speak. And right now, Bartok's charge is going to be surrendering no more runs to this Colonials team and keeping this one close. Top of the order now. Here's the pitch from Bartok. This one is going to be just off the mark, a bit outside and a bit up high against Gino Valenti. Valenti, first baseman, wears number 12 for the Colonials. The Colonials, of course, in their black and gray road uniform. Here's the pitch from Bartok. This one hit into the sky. Hopefully it does not bring rain. Over top of Cam Jackson. Jackson going to glove that one, and he throws it back in. Valenti down. Quick work here by Caleb Bartok so far in this half inning. And we've got no stats right now, Tony, on Bartok, so I'm assuming this may well be his first appearance.
Yeah, first varsity appearance, as you said, coming in as a freshman, so getting some action here. And as we said, probably Kenny Musko is going to have to do a lot of things, playing 4 games in 4 days. And Bartok able to capitalize on this opportunity, get a chance to see some varsity action on the mound.
He gets a quick strike on the books against the Colonial shortstop, Matt Malinsky. Bartok's going to get a signal here. And the pitch, this one's going to miss just outside. The Uniontown Red Raiders in their white uniform, which at the beginning of the game were pristine white. Now a couple of them have been soiled just a little bit.
Yeah. Get a little wash number before you go to Albert Gallatin tomorrow.
That's right. The Red Raiders looking to keep this one close. It is 3-1 in favor of the Colonials. This one upstairs. Malinsky leaves it up there.
Malinsky 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out both times up. Waiting on deck, number 3 hitter J.J. Myers.
The heart of this Colonial order definitely strong, so Bartok will not want to let Malinsky on here. You certainly don't want to add any ammunition to the big cannons that the Colonials have in the middle of this lineup. Bartok will get his signal, and here's the pitch. And Malinsky going to chop this one to Nels, who's up with it. Big throw across the diamond, and the put-out is made. Nicely done by the Uniontown Red Raiders infield. That brings the top half of this inning to a conclusion. We'll move into the bottom of the 4th in just a moment here at Uniontown's Bailey Park. You are listening to the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We do want to thank our video stream sponsors this evening, Henry and Stewart Audiology, Jackson Farms Dairy Store, Don Miller Roofing, the Uniontown Printing Press, and attorney Dan White at Tremba, Kinney, Greiner, and Kerr. Thank you very much for your support of our video stream here on the WMBS Facebook page. Also, we want to thank one more time First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, celebrating 100 years in business in 2024. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, of course, sponsored your starting lineup. They brought your starting lineup to you earlier this evening. For farm fresh dairy products, stop in Jackson Farms Dairy Store, Route 40 at Briar Hill. Enjoy delicious hot deli items available Monday through Friday. Eat in or take out. Jackson Farms Dairy Store features quality dairy products, the most delectable homemade ice cream you will ever eat. And now available at Jackson Farms is their own farmhouse cheddar, cheese, and cheese curds. Why not stop in to Jackson Farms today? Are you managing diabetes and need supplies? Peach and Pharmacy can help you. They understand the importance of quality diabetic care. The pharmacy offers a wide range of supplies, all tailored to meet your needs and your budget. Plus, they can deliver your supplies and prescriptions to you. Trust your local pharmacy for all of your diabetic needs and have a local pharmacy to help you. Visit Peach and Pharmacy in downtown Connellsville or call 724-626-9600 for Peach and Pharmacy, your partner in diabetic care. Welcome back to Uniontown's Bailey Park here on what still is a beautiful April evening. We do have some clouds rolling in, and from our vantage point here in the press box at Bailey Park, we've got a great view of the mountains off to our left, some big shadows being cast by the clouds, and of course we've got a nice view too of the homes over on Berkeley and on Charles Street. And we talked about how maybe in the future Uniontown might want to find a way to put some bleachers on the back of a couple of those houses and maybe have some premium seating back there for a view of the baseball field. Right behind us here on the opposite end of the press box, you've got a nice view over top of the softball field. The Uniontown Lady Red Raiders softball team, as of today, number 5 in the WPIAL. Here's the pitch from Weakland. This one going to be chopped by Nels, and it's going to be a hot one. Here's the throw across the first, and they get him by a half a step. Good work there by the Colonials. Staying with that one is Canyon Sutton, the third baseman for Albert Gallatin. He was initially not quite able to get his glove on that ball, but he stayed with it, and a sharp throw over retires the batter. So the Uniontown Red Raiders not able to catch a break on that one, Tony. A good defensive play by the Colonials.
A very nice play by Sutton there. Gloved it. Actually thought it might have a chance to get over his head with that high bounce, but able to jump up, corral it, knock it down, and actually just keep on it. Nice throw across the diamond to get Nails. You're right by about a half a step.
Connor Hebda in the batter's box now, right-handed bat to face Weakland. 3-1 is your score. Here's the pitch from Weakland. Hebda going to swing through that one, and that's going to even up the count. The Red Raiders, of course, looking to do damage whenever they can to get these couple of runs back. This one started off 1-1 in the early goings. Then the Colonials picked up a couple. That one's in for a strike. Weakland, of course, has some really strong numbers on the season, has been victimized by one number, and that is the number of runs he has surrendered. Earned runs, just 7 coming into this game. Total runs, 20. So his earned run average, 283, but boy, that difference goes a long way.
You know, errors in high school baseball will kill you. There's no doubt about that. He's been the victim of that with a 2.83 ERA. It's pretty good on the year, but still only 1-3 coming in.
So far, so good for Weakland here. And he is batting for himself tonight. Uniontown is using their designated hitter. That's actually the spot in the lineup that Hebda is occupying in place of their pitcher. Hebda going to chop this one deep into the infield. Gloved here by the shortstop for Albert Gallatin. Throw is again just in time. That's Malinsky coming up with that one. Good piece of fielding again. So the Colonials flashing the leather here in the infield.
Yeah, just looking through some stats here, Josh. The Colonials with 27 errors on the year so far in this early season. So not a lot of good defense being shown by the Colonials, but a couple nice plays here to start this bottom of the fourth inning for them to pick up 2 outs and bring up Braden Hinsey.
Hinsey, the freshman, going to lift this one into center. It's going to be shallow, playable there, given the glove by the right fielder. That's Wilson coming on to retire the side. We've played 4 here at Bailey Park in the heart of Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Your score, Albert Gallatin 3 and Uniontown 1. Have you fallen in love with a house? Are you head over heels for a home plan? Take the plunge. Apply for a mortgage loan with First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Feeling commitment shy? Complete a mortgage pre-qualification. It's simple. 100% online, and you'll get a personalized answer within 1 business day. Then save the date for move-in day or groundbreaking and put a key ring on it. Apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729. Henry and Stewart Audiology are experienced audiologists in Uniontown, Carmichaels, and Connellsville. The gift of hearing is important for people of all ages, from infancy to late adulthood. Henry and Stewart Audiology Incorporated is here to ensure you make the best decisions about hearing throughout your life. When you choose them as your audiologist, there's no need to wait for a sale. They offer fair and honest pricing every day on all of their hearing devices. Contact Henry and Stewart Audiology today. Welcome back to Bailey Park here in the heart of beautiful Uniontown, Pennsylvania on a beautiful April evening. We do have some inclement weather moving in, but as of right now, it has stayed away. And as we approach the 7 o'clock hour, we are hopeful it will stay that way. Big news coming out of Uniontown Area High School today. Tate Musco has signed with Marietta College, and he plans on studying communication. He'll be playing baseball for the Pioneers. He's been a member of the baseball team and is a 4-year letterman in baseball. He's also lettered on the golf team. Tate has been part of the Clay Target Club team, ski club, and French club. And we are very excited, of course, for Tate and his family. Congratulations on that commitment and moving on to play baseball and study communications. Here's a hit to get this one started. Nice glove work for Uniontown, and the throw is in time. Wonderful work by the Uniontown shortstop. Wow, that's Austin Grego staying with that ball, coming up with it, and firing it across the infield to get the out. Tony, we've seen a lot of good defense just in the last 10 minutes.
It was a nice job by Grego to get in the hole there. Wyatt Nails actually made a dive for it, but Grego deep in the hole made a good, strong throw and got rid of it quickly to beat Myers, maybe by about a half a step as well. So nice play by Austin Grego to start this inning off.
Cyrus Potko will look at one to start his next at-bat. This, of course, is the heart of the Albert Gallatin order. Myers and Potko both very strong at the plate.
Yeah, Potko singled and scored his last time up, walked his first time up.
And his big swing here is going to even the count at 1.
Bartok doing a nice job. Came in relief. Faced Clay Smith in the 3rd inning, struck him out, and then had a 1-2-3 inning. So he's retired his first 5 batters that he's faced.
He has done a really good job, as we shared last inning. Uniontown not shying away from relying on a couple of freshmen to get some heavy lifting done for them. Bartok with the pitch. This one is going to just miss.
Yeah, and really Gasper did not have a bad outing. Gave up 3 runs. 2 of those were earned. Gave up a couple hits, but had 5 walks.
And Potko gets a good piece of this one. Foul.
Just a little bit ahead of it. Hooking foul down in the left-hand corner. Hensey gave it a pretty good effort, but couldn't get there. Unfortunately for Uniontown, it did go foul.
That's going to make this a full count, 3-2. This would be a huge out to get for Caleb Bartok. He's already got Myers down.
Colonials with 3 runs, 3 hits on the afternoon so far.
Bartok takes his sign. Here's the pitch. And this one is swung through, and he punches out Potko. That's a big strikeout for Uniontown. Bartok has certainly been impressive. This is his first varsity appearance of the season, and he has not been shy about going after a couple of batters, and now he is just 1 out away from getting out of the 5th inning.
Now 1 out away from getting out of the 5th inning, and guess what? He's going to see some more action here next week when they have a chance to play again. Making a pretty good name for himself here as a freshman.
He burns one past the Albert Gallatin center fielder here, Alex Dolabak.
Dolabak with an RBI single his last time up. He's 2 for 2 on the day.
Another big swing, and he's going to fall behind 0-2. And we'll pause here briefly as the home plate umpire wants to step out and clean off the plate. That's Tom Sandella behind the dish today.
Yeah, Dolabak, as we said, singled in the first, singled in the third, and actually was retired on that ball that hit him as he was trying to advance to third base.
And that is a called strike on the changeup, and Bartok is going to conclude the inning with a punch-out. We've played now 4.5 here at Bailey Park, and the score is the Albert Gallatin Colonials 3 and the Uniontown Red Raiders 1. Great work, though, there from Caleb Bartok. You're listening to the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Exclusive digital coverage of tonight's game between the Red Raiders and the Colonials here on the WMBS Facebook page. Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about. Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Draver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com. Erie Rate Lock is not guaranteed. Continued insurance coverage is not available in all states. Since 1976, Davis & Davis has represented people and not insurance companies. Our lawyers have experience in litigating or settling personal injury claims, medical malpractice cases, and wrongful death actions together with domestic, real estate, workers' compensation, and municipal law experience. Throughout decades of work, Davis & Davis has successfully represented thousands of cases in local, state, and federal courts. For more information on how Davis & Davis can help you, call 724-437-2799. Welcome back here to Bailey Park. Bottom of the fifth. We are scheduled to play 7. And, Tony, during that break, I thought, and I believe I am incorrect, I certainly hope, my mind is waiting for the first rumblings of thunder.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Actually, the sun came back out.
Yeah, beautiful night here. Some long shadows across the infield and a quick put out against Uniontown's Luke Gresh, who grounds out to the Colonials' third baseman. And the out is made.
Sutton playing a pretty nice third base here for the Colonials. He also a freshman. A couple nice plays down there.
Yeah, he's done really, really well.
Yeah.
This is going to be the Uniontown backstop now. We'll see Hunter Smiley, the senior, step in.
Smiley flew out to center field his last time up.
Flashes a bunt. No luck, though. Smiley on the season, a 125 average coming into this one. A couple of hits across 16 at-bats. He's been hit by a pitch this season. On-base percentage right about 225. This one off the mark. Weekland has done a really nice job for these Albert Gallatin Colonials. He has gotten to a couple jams, but has really never exposed during those times. He kept his cool, worked his way out of it. This one popped up back toward Charles Street. Going to be a souvenir off a tree.
Back in the Valley of Baseballs back there.
Somebody's going to take a walk and retrieve that one.
Good luck with that.
It's really interesting, Tony. Getting ready for the game today, I took a look back at all of the different schools over the years that have come into being and merged to form the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Here's Weekland coming set with the pitch here against Smiley, a 1-2 pitch. This one's in the dirt. If you go way back, Fairchance High School, and I love these nicknames. I love the local nickname where there was either some real thought put in or you've got a nickname maybe that's a good play on words. We got a couple of classics here. Fairchance High School, which ceased being in 1958. Weakland going to step off the mound here during a timeout. They were the Chancers.
Oh, nice.
The Fairchance
Chancers, nice.
Sort of following up on that, Point Marion High School, which also ceased being in that form, 1959. The Point Marion Pointers.
Nice.
Which I believe that was actually a dog mascot. I could stand to be corrected on that. Georges Township, they were the Runners. 2-2 count against Smiley. Masontown High School was the Gunners. And what I didn't know, and I learned this today, was that in its earliest form, here's the pitch from Weakland, this one going to be hit foul. Albert Gallatin High School, and it was Tri-Valley, they were the Griffins. Because Albert Gallatin North, the middle school, their mascot was the Lions. South was the Eagles. And when you put those two animals together, you get a Griffin.
I didn't know that one. I'm learning something here today.
I didn't know that one either.
Interesting analogy there.
Weakland will come set. 2-2 pitch. This one's going to be swung through by Smiley, and he's retired. Weakland has looked really sharp over the last couple of innings. He's kind of settled down. Not that he was ever out of control, but the Red Raiders did put some offense together early on. Now we're going to see Cam Jackson. Multi-sport athlete is Jackson.
Yeah, Weakland's only given up 4 hits, but the big thing is only 1 run.
He's going to bounce this one to Malinsky, who comes up throwing, and he's going to get the speedy Jackson at first base by a step. And that's going to do it for 5 innings of play here at Bailey Park. The Colonials lead it 3-1. When we come back, it'll be the top of the 6th inning, and we'll see the Colonials return to the plate here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Contact Uniontown Allstate agent Russ Bleho for a free quote for home and car insurance near you. Located on Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, call Russ at 724-439-9700. Remember, you're in good hands with Russ Bleho and Allstate. Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about. Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Draver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com. Erie Rate Lock is not guaranteed. Continued insurance coverage is not available in all states. UPMC Rehab Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community. They treat sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They can treat you efficiently and safely because they take all necessary precautions and are disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted, experienced therapists, convenient location, convenient hours, part of the community. You can call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access, and they can contact your doctor for you, 724-437-7500 for the UPMC Rehab Institute. Welcome back to Bailey Park here in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Beautiful April evening at a beautiful Bailey Park. If memory serves me correctly, Tony, and I could stand to be corrected on this by someone who is listening, Bailey Park is named after former Uniontown Mayor George Bailey, who was our mayor 1915 to 1918.
You got it all today, Josh. I'll tell you what, man.
Tony. I did my homework. I'm trying to set a good example for all the students.
You're like the Uniontown historian here, Fayette County historian here, doing a pretty nice job, I'll tell you.
Thank you.
Between the Griffins and the Runners and the Pointers and the and the Baileys, and I'm telling you, you're doing all right, buddy.
So is Caleb Bartok. Here's the pitch, and this one is going to just miss. Bartok has done a really good job of keeping Uniontown in this game.
Yeah, he's done an exceptional job. Actually, has retired all 7 batters that he's faced so far. Has 3 strikeouts in the action.
This one upstairs against Luke Wilson. Wilson has done a nice job in the field for Albert Gallatin. As of first pitch, the junior Wilson, a .273 hitter. He's got 6 hits and 22 at-bats. As of the start of this one, he's got an RBI 2. He has struck out 11 times. On-base percentage right about .360. This one's in for a strike.
Yeah, Wilson actually would have had a hit had it not been for Dahlbeck getting nailed on his way to third base. Probably would have had a single and maybe an RBI.
That's right. That was a really unusual play, to say the very least. Some bad luck there for the Colonials. This one upstairs. Caleb Bartok going to see if he can't get this at bat back under control. Wilson steps out of the batter's box to adjust a glove. Now he's back in. Bartok gets his sign very quickly. And here's the delivery. This one going to miss the mark. And Wilson will walk here in the top of inning number 6.
So the first walk issued by Bartok. 6th walk issued by Uniontown pitching here today. And the leadoff runner on for the Colonials here in the top of the 6th inning.
The Colonials looking to expand upon their advantage. Parker Lilly at the plate. Lilly, a .312 hitter. Some strong numbers for him. He's got 5 hits and 16 at-bats. That, of course, is as of the start of the game.
And not a very big lead over there by Luke Wilson, being held on by Musco.
This one a bit high and almost in on Lilly. He leans out of it. Lilly is the designated hitter for the Colonials. He actually hits in place of the Colonials' third baseman, Canyon Sutton, who has done a really strong job defensively for the Colonials, so we can appreciate why he's out there on the hot corner.
Yeah, he's played a great field for the Colonials here today.
This one downstairs.
Bartok looking for the pitcher's best friend, a double play here to pick up the first 2 outs of this 6th inning.
Caleb Bartok, the freshman, has looked very strong in his first appearance in a varsity baseball game. This one's in for a strike.
Bartok trying to come back here on Lilly.
3-1 is the count. 3-1 pitch. In for a strike. Now we've got a full count. And, Tony, it's really nice to see, as we shared earlier, a good crowd here tonight in Uniontown. People not only filling in the bleacher seats, but we've got people bringing chairs. This one is going to just miss. And now the Colonials have 2 base runners. But a good night for baseball.
And the second walk issued in this inning by Bartok. Would not be surprised to see a little timeout here. Coach Musco coming out to chat with Bartok a little bit. They're going to pull him.
And it looks like we're going to get a pitching change. Bartok had done a really nice job, and we're going to see a new pitcher. It looks like it's going to be Wyatt Nels, who is going to be handed the baseball. And so Uniontown will begin to warm up Nels. So far this season, Nels has made 1 previous appearance where he pitched an inning, walked a handful of batters, gave up 6 earned runs. And we'll see if Wyatt Nels cannot mitigate whatever potential the Albert Gallatin Colonials see themselves putting together this inning. Nels, of course, the senior. And he'll start to get loose here in the top half of the 6th inning. You are listening to a WMBS Facebook digital exclusive C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Pre-game show earlier tonight was brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They got you ready for the game and are located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Our live stream tonight is courtesy of Henry and Stewart Audiology, Jackson Farms Dairy Store, Don Miller Roofing, the Uniontown Printing Press, and attorney Dan White at Tremba, Kinney, Greiner, and Kerr. Starting lineup earlier also brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, celebrating 100 years in business in 2024.
So as Nails goes to the mound, you're going to have Tyler Gasper move over to third base for the Uniontown Red Raiders.
Gasper began this one, of course, as the pitcher for Uniontown. And he will indeed take over the hot corner. Nels is going to come into a situation where the Colonials are trying to piece together some offense. Runners on first and second for the Colonials thus far in the sixth. We are scheduled to play 7.
And as you mentioned, only the second appearance of the year for Wyatt Nails. Looking to get out of a jam and try to keep this lead at 2 for the Colonials. Uniontown down to 6 outs.
If there's a silver lining to any of the clouds overhead, the wind is blowing when it does blow from the outfield in. So hopefully Nels can take advantage of that.
Umpire signaling nobody out. Gasper playing even with the bag here. Pretty big hole on the left side with Grego trying to shade towards the runner at second, keep him close.
This one just misses. Clay Smith trying to help out his team. 1-0 count in a 3-1 ball game.
Smith looking for his first hit of the game. He has 2 strikeouts. Waiting on deck, starting pitcher Evan Weekland.
This one over top of Smith's head. Boy, if somehow Smith is able to find his way on to first base with a 2-0 count, Weekland is going to have the definition of helping your own case when he comes to plate. The bases would be loaded in that scenario. Here's the pitch from Nels. This one's going to miss down low and inside. So it's a 3-0 count. We'll see if Smith plans on taking here or if he's going to get the green light and see if he can't open this one up.
Yeah, you don't want to get the bases loaded, especially nobody out. Weekland then the top of the order.
The pitch from Nels. This one's inside. Smith's going to back off of it and take his base. And indeed, the Colonials will load the bases. And we will see Evan Weekland hit here. Weekland could really benefit from any runs coming across the plate here in the sixth. He's got a 105 average, a couple of RBIs, and a couple of hits so far this season.
Infield playing in now for Uniontown, trying to cut off this run. Can't afford to give up any more. Down 3-1 here, 6th inning.
First pitch strike from Nels against Weekland. And, Tony, there's a lot of space, as you point out with the infield, a lot of space between the infielders and outfielders for Uniontown right now. If something drops in there, you might see a couple runs come across the plate before anybody could get to it.
Yeah, and you got a lot of no man's land, if you want to call it that, between the outfielders and the infielders. But Uniontown has to do everything they can. Try to cut this run off. Gasper shading towards the line as well.
The 1-1 pitch is going to miss.
And the runners on second and third are the responsibility of Bartok.
Taking a healthy lead for Albert Gallatin is Wilson off of third. This one is fouled back, and that's going to even the count at 2.
Now you can afford to get a pretty good lead here, especially with the infielders playing in as tight as they are. Any hit in the gap would probably score all 3 runs right now.
Nels takes his sign. Here's the pitch. Weekland going to foul this one back. So if Nels is able to, let's say, get a punch out here, that does bring the double play really into focus for the next batter, who's the lefty and leadoff hitter, Gino Valenti. This one's going to miss and make it a full count.
And Nels nowhere to put him. Nels taking the sign, working from the stretch here.
This is going to be a big pitch. Nels with a delivery. Weakland going to bounce one through the infield and into center. 1 run scores. They're going to wave another runner home. The throw from Cam Jackson is not in time. I did not have a clear line of sight on the home plate umpire. Tom Sandella had stepped back way away from the bag. But I do believe both runs were plated there successfully. Cam Jackson really had a good throw right on the line for Smiley. But I think the Colonials were able to squeeze across 2.
No, they said 1 out, so.
Well, that could be good news.
Yeah, it was going to be it out there, so it must have been retired. 8-2. We're going to say that Lilly got tossed out there.
Great throw then by Cam Jackson. It was on the line either way. Here's a strike thrown by Nels. So just 1 run comes across. 4-1.
And you're right. We really didn't have very good view there, but just heard the umpire say 1 out. So
we'll take it for the Uniontown Red Raiders. Trying to keep this one close. Here's the pitch. This one upstairs. Make the count 1-1 with 1 down. Still a couple of ducks on the pond here for the Colonials.
And Weakland picks up his 3rd RBI of the year. And that's a big one to extend the lead to 4-1.
Nels takes a peek over at the lead runner. This pitch going to be in for a strike call.
Infield still playing in with runners on 2nd and 3rd and only 1 out.
The lead runner is Clay Smith. He takes his lead from third base. Nels with the pitch. This one going to be popped up toward us, and it will not be playable.
Grego and Gasper giving a chase, but out of play. Nails now. Strikeout here would be huge.
We do have the 1-2 count. And really, Gino Valenti has been pretty successful at finding his way on base tonight. So getting him out of the way would be really helpful. Here's the pitch for Uniontown's cause.
Yeah, Valenti actually walked at first 2 at-bats, scored the first run for the Colonials in the top of the 1st inning, and then flew out to center fielder Cam Jackson his last time up.
Nels with the pitch. This one hit hard on the ground. Good glove there by the Uniontown shortstop, who looks Weakland back to second base. And I think Grego really thought about maybe giving the tag, but instead takes the short out at first. A run does come across in the act of getting that out. So the score is now 5-1. But we have 2 down. Weakland stays put at second base.
Valenti will pick up an RBI. Now runners at second base. That's Weakland. And 2 outs.
Here's the pitch. Malinsky going to take this one down low. So the Colonials have pieced a couple of runs together here, but have expanded their lead to 4 runs. And as you said, Tony, Uniontown down to just 6 outs. Here's the pitch from Nels. This one hit hard. Grego all over it, though, and he throws over to first to retire the side. So the Colonials strike for a pair, but the Uniontown Red Raiders work hard to get those 3 outs. And ultimately, we're going to head now into the bottom of the 6th inning, where Uniontown will have some work to do at the plate. Down 4, your score, Colonials 5, The Red Raiders won. This is the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. A digital exclusive tonight on WMBS Facebook of the Uniontown Red Raiders and Albert Gallatin Colonial Baseball. Are you managing diabetes and need supplies? Peach & Pharmacy can help you. They understand the importance of quality diabetic care. The pharmacy offers a wide range of supplies, all tailored to meet your needs and budget. Plus, they can deliver your supplies and prescriptions to you. Trust your local pharmacy for all of your diabetic needs and have a local pharmacy to help you. Visit Peach & Pharmacy in downtown Connellsville or call 724-626-9600. That's 724-626-9600 for Peach & Pharmacy, your partner in diabetic care. Henry and Stewart Audiology are experienced audiologists in Uniontown, Carmichaels, and Connellsville. The gift of hearing is important for people of all ages, from infancy to late adulthood. Henry and Stewart Audiology Incorporated is here to ensure you make the best decisions about your hearing throughout your life. When you choose them as your audiologist, there's no need to wait for a sale. They offer fair and honest pricing every day on all of our hearing devices and services. Contact Henry and Stewart Audiology today. Contact Uniontown Allstate agent Russ Bleho for a free quote for home and car insurance near you. Located on Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, call Russ at 724-439-9700. Remember, you're in good hands with Russ Bleho and Allstate. Welcome back to Uniontown's Bailey Park, where the Red Raiders come to the plate here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Joshua Scully alongside Tony Hanula. Thank you for taking some time out of your evening to join us here on the WMBS Facebook page. Mason Kuhn, leader in the stolen bases category for Uniontown, a man the Red Raiders would like to see on, is hit by a pitch, and he's going to find his way on there. So Kuhn will trot down to first base. Weakland, I don't think, wanted to do that. Kuhn is probably not the man you want to put on first base. He's already flashed some of that speed around the base paths earlier today,
as he scored the only run for Uniontown in that first inning. Singled and scored on a couple wild pitches.
Tate Musco will step in here. Tate, of course, some very impressive numbers on the season coming into this game. Musco, a .400 hitter. He's got a home run, 5 doubles, handful of RBIs to go along with a handful of runs as well. Left-handed bat. I can remember, Tony, if you really turn back the clock here at Bailey Park, the type of area you would really like to see Tate hit the ball to right now had the big generator out there.
Uh-huh. I remember that. Out by the light stand in center field.
This pitch going to be taken by Musco.
I hadn't noticed it last time we played, but nice, or last time we broadcast, I should say, but nice backdrop here on the fence with the maroon backing here. A nice little batter's eye for Uniontown.
Yeah, that looks really sharp. Pass ball here is going to let Kuhn sneak up to second base. Musco had flashed a bunt, pulled it back. Pitch got away from Myers.
Well, you got Weakland. Weakland really, don't worry about that runner at second base. Doesn't mean anything. All you need, 6 more outs to pick up a section victory. Their third.
Myers and Weakland will take a moment to talk, and then Myers will retreat back behind the plate. Musco and the home plate umpire, Tom Sandella, speaking briefly. Sandella going to give home plate a little scrubbing here.
Almost like he's giving somebody a little time. You got to wonder if maybe Myers caught a pitch off a limb or something. Not sure. Couldn't really see from our angle.
Myers is set back as the backstop. Weakland checks the runner. Now delivers. This one's going to miss. Good-looking pitch, though. Musco does not offer, did not even flinch.
Didn't miss by much. You can tell Weakland wanted that call as well.
3-0 count. Pitch from Weakland. This one's in for a called strike, but the ball gets away. Kuhn is going to be in. That was a very close play, Tony. We had a good view of that. Sutton nearly got the tag down on Kuhn, who we know is pretty quick.
Quick, but that's the last thing you want to do is make the first out at third base. And grant you, he did get in, but that was pretty questionable call there.
Infield umpire Matt James, just because of where he had to stand. This pitch is going to miss, and Musco will walk. Runners on the corners for Uniontown. Just because of where James was standing, he's sort of behind the play. That's not a criticism of him. That's
no. Actually, when I should actually explain too. I meant a questionable call on Kuhn actually trying to get to the base. No, I think the umpire made the right call. I think that was it. But I mean, Kuhn really took a chance making the first out at third base whenever you're trying to keep runners on to start some kind of rally here. So a hit by pitch and a walk. Now all of a sudden it brings up Austin Grego, who's looking to pick up his third RBI of the year, possibly.
Strong numbers for the senior Grego. This one will miss for ball one. The sun, for the time being, has disappeared behind some cloud cover. And they do have the lights on here at Bailey Park. Heard a lot of good things about the lights here at Bailey Park. Significant upgrade and a pretty recent one. Here's the pitch from Weakland. Bunt shown. And the ball thrown out. The second is going to get away, and a run scores for Uniontown. And Musco is going to take off for third, and he's in. The ball will skip away from Canyon Sutton. And Musco is in at third base. Hustle all the way. Kuhn will score. And the Red Raiders now may be in business themselves. The Colonials want to have a conversation with Weakland, and they're all going to come out and confer with him.
Well, same thing. You don't worry about the runner. You wanted to try to keep everybody at bay, but the throw there by Myers went into center field and actually gave Musco an extra base. So now the Uniontown Red Raiders still with nobody out here in this sixth inning and looking to mount a comeback here now, only down 5-2.
Good opportunity for just that. Musco goes and gets himself an oven mitt.
And the other thing, too, is you can kind of tell Sutton's a freshman. I wouldn't be holding this guy on at third base. One, you're not going to get the throw, and two, you're leaving a big hole on the left side of this diamond.
This pitch stopped by Myers. For one moment, I thought it had skipped away from him, but he's able to corral that one. But that's a great point, Tony, because now there is a big area of infield, and you're facing a right-handed bat.
Right. And you know that Weakland's not throwing as hard as he was early in the game, so the chance of Grego pulling this ball down to the left side is actually pretty good. Yeah, you know that, I mean, Weakland's not going to make the throw over anyway, no matter what you do. To hold him on, you're just giving up a lot of space.
And here's another walk. Grego takes a pitch upstairs, and once again, Uniontown has runners on the corners.
That's the third walk issued by Weakland, second in this inning. And again, putting a couple runners on for the Uniontown Red Raiders without the benefit of a hit.
Number 99, Wyatt Nels at the plate.
And Nails with power. 250, 1 home run, 6 RBIs on the year. But we've seen him launch a couple out of here over the years.
Nels with a 2-run shot a couple of nights ago to help Uniontown beat Ringgold. And that one, Tate Musco was on the hill for the Red Raiders, and he struck out 16 batters in 6 innings of work. This one is going to force Nels to lean back. If Nels put one into the old O.C. Cluss Railroad yard over here now, it would tie up the game.
And you know he's licking his chops and hoping he sees a pitch that he can drive out of here.
Weakland with the pitch. That one's in for a strike, off speed.
Now Grego's going to advance.
A little bit of indifference there. Myers thought about it for a moment. The sun has apparently dipped behind the homes on Charles Street, so I think we've seen the last of it for this evening. And this one hit by Nels into the sky, but unfortunately not quite the distance. It's given the glove there in center field, and the runner is going to try to tag, and I do. Oh, Tony. What a call. I believe from our vantage point, it certainly looked like Musco had stepped around that tag on the big throw from Dolleback in center field to Myers. And Myers, who was on the opposite side of the plate, I just don't know that he was able to make that tag, but he certainly got the call.
Well, and the thing of it was, beautiful play by Dolleback out in center field. Came in, charged the ball, really wasn't hit that deep. Able to make an extremely strong throw to home plate. And Musco tagged out, so a double play. And now you've got Grego at second base, and now 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Connor Hebda, the non-pitch hitter now.
It looks like we're going to see Gary Smitley, and I do believe that is who is just leaving on deck circle and heading to the plate.
Yeah, give Dolleback a lot of credit. Came up, charged the ball nicely, and actually set himself to make the catch and to make the throw right after. And a good job by him. We've seen 2 strong throws from center field, one by Jackson and one by Dolleback, and both able to get runners out at home plate.
Pitch from Weakland is in the dirt. Now Weakland is just 4 outs away. Should they continue to stay with him from closing this one out, the Red Raiders do have a runner in scoring position. It would be nice for Uniontown to plate him before this inning ends. Weakland will check that runner. Now comes home. And this one is hit well by Smitley, and it's into right field. It's the green light all the way for Grego. Here's the throw home. And this one is not in time. It will score a run for Uniontown. Smitley coming up there with a good piece of hitting opposite field for Gary Smitley. Many of you may know Gary from the gridiron and his work on the Uniontown Red Raiders football team. And we're going to see a courtesy runner, a pinch runner here, stepping out for Smitley. That's going to be number 34, Tyler Gasper, who was the starting pitcher for Uniontown.
Gasper looking to cut this lead here to 5-4. We've got Braden Hinsey up now. Hinsey 1 for 2 on the day. Singled his first time up, flew out to right field.
Checking the runner here is Weakland. Braden Hinsey plays all the sports. We've got several multi-sport athletes on this baseball team. Hinsey, of course, played some football this year, played some basketball for Uniontown. Starting in left field today against the Albert Gallatin Colonials, and he hits the ball here. Shallow center, going to be caught there by the Albert Gallatin second baseman Smith, and that will retire the side. We've played 6 here at Bailey Park. It's Uniontown 3, Albert Gallatin 5. When we come back, it will be the final inning of play, inning number 7 here in Uniontown. At Uniontown Printing Press, they are more than T-shirts. They are about you and everything you love. And they are local. Operated by Mookie John and Kenny Musco, they share the passion with your group, club, or team, the excitement you have for your event or cause, and that makes your business stand out from the rest. Uniontown Printing Press believes that custom T-shirts do more than just make you look good. They help you feel good and inspire you to do good. Call Uniontown Printing Press at 724-366-7095. That's 366-7095. Are you down with UPP? Donald M. Miller Incorporated has been providing quality service to Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Maryland, as well as Ohio, since 1945. Their workforce is trained in all aspects of roofing installation, including asphalt shingles, stemming, seam metal, slate, copper, and EPDM roofing. They also do gutter and other specialty metal installations. They do both residential and commercial projects of any size. Feel free to call their office at 724-438-8071 and speak with Donnie or Doug Miller about your roof project. Contact attorney Dan White at Tremba, Kinney, Greiner, and Kerr, a full-service law firm which can assist you in all of your legal needs. With an office located on Morrell Avenue in Connellsville, the team at Tremba, Kinney, Greiner, and Kerr prides itself on its ability to professionally and aggressively address your legal matters, meeting with you as soon as possible and returning your telephone calls in a prompt fashion. Contact Dan White at Tremba, Kinney, Greiner, and Kerr, 724-628-7955. Welcome back to Bailey Park. It's inning number 7. The Uniontown Red Raiders strike for 2 and keep this one close. And coming back to the hill here for the Red Raiders in the top half of the 7th inning will be Wyatt Nels. Nels, of course, was able to navigate the top of the 6th and limit some of the damage as the Colonials really posed a pretty serious threat for a lot of that inning. And now Nels is going to try to repeat the feat here in inning number 7, keep the Colonials off the board if at all possible, and give the Red Raiders the easiest possible path to victory in the bottom of this inning. At the plate, we will see number 24, J.J. Myers. It's the heart of the order, hitters 3, 4, 5 for Albert Gallatin. Here's the pitch. Myers going to duck out of the way of this one. 1-0.
They've got Valenti warming up down the first baseline for the Colonials, so we'll see what happens if they let Weakland start the 7th inning.
This one's going to be popped up. It looks playable. Calling everybody off, the Uniontown second baseman, Mason Kuhn, puts the glove on it, 1 down. So far, so good for Uniontown here in the top half of the 7th inning. We're going to see Cyrus Potgul stepping up to the plate. Potgul, of course, a dangerous hitter. We've seen some of that tonight.
Yeah, Potgul with a single. Actually was stranded in that first inning at third base. Nails, this would be a big out here to get Potgul. Potgul, as you said, came in hitting .333 on the year, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. You don't want to give up any more runs. This two runs is easily achieved here if Uniontown can turn something on here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
And especially as you pointed out earlier, Tony, this Albert Gallatin Colonials defense has been shaky at times.
And 27 errors so far.
This one is going to be bounced foul. And there is some action over in the Albert Gallatin bullpen. Old-fashioned bullpens here at Bailey Park. The bullpen is right down the first base line. And that's going to be Gino Valenti, who is loosening up. So we'll see maybe if they go righty in the bottom half of this inning. First, the Red Raiders, of course, need one more out. They punch out Potgul. Potgul caught looking and not very pleased to be caught doing so.
First strikeout of the night for Wyatt Nails as he came in relief of Bartok in that 6th inning.
Nels will now face the Colonials center fielder with 2 down. This pitch is in the dirt, nearly catches Dolabak in the foot.
And how big was that throw out of Musco at home plate by Dolabak? I mean, it would have been a 1-run game. But Dolabak with the extremely strong throw and able to get Musco at home in that 6th inning.
Count will go to 2-0. This one bounces off the plate.
It looks like Valenti's ready. Now, whether they go to him or not to start the 7th, we're going to find out here shortly.
Indeed, the bullpen group returning to the dugout, swinging through here for a strike to make the count 2-1 is Dolleback.
Dolleback 2 for 3 on the day. Has a couple RBIs, singled his first 2 times up. Was a strikeout victim against Bartok in his last at-bat.
Nell's going to see if he can't end the Colonials' turn at the plate here right now with a big swinging strike to make this one 2-2. Nels needs one more. Uniontown, Pennsylvania is expecting to see some storms passing through our region. That's why this one started early. Here's the pitch. This one is going to be chopped, stays fair, and scooping it up is Musco. Musco had no one to toss to. Unfortunately, no coverage there at first base. And so Dolleback catches a break.
Yeah, and hate to say it, but you're going to have to give an E3 there on Musco. But easily could have been an error on Nails. But you could tell Nails not on the mound too often. We said his only second appearance and really didn't even think about covering as that ball was hit to the right side. So now he's going to have to pick out the third out with runner on first.
Here it could possibly be big throw from the hot corner, and Gasper makes that big throw look routine. The Colonials are retired on the bouncer hit there by Luke Wilson. So now we'll head to the home half of the seventh. The Red Raiders need 2 to tie, 3 to win right now, and it does look like we'll be seeing a pitching change here for the Colonials. Evan Weekland not heading out to the mound. Instead, we will see the former first baseman for the Colonials, Gino Valenti, when we come back here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Ready to start that spring project, that renovation, that addition? Struggling to find the right construction team to meet your needs? Looking for commitment, dedication, and quality? Then it's time to make the call to AK Contracting, the 2023-2024 winner of Best in Fayette for Best Home Builder and for Best Remodeler Contractor. Owner Aaron Kryzak is ready to help you make your home renovation dreams a reality. Call AK Contracting today, 724-550-0411. Don't settle for OK. Call AK today. For farm fresh dairy products, stop in at Jackson Farms Dairy Store, Route 40 at Briar Hill. Enjoy delicious hot deli items available Monday through Friday. Eat in or take out. Jackson Farms Dairy Store features quality dairy products, the most delectable homemade ice cream you will ever eat. And now available at Jackson Farms is their own farmhouse cheddar and cheese curds. Why not stop in to Jackson Farms today? Jackson Farms, Route 40 in Briar Hill. Welcome back to Bailey Park for the bottom half of the seventh. The Red Raiders are down to their last 3 outs. They need 3 runs to win, 2 runs to tie, and the Red Raiders are going to get things started with number 2 coming to the plate, Luke Gresh, their right fielder. We'll see Smiley following Gresh, and then Cam Jackson. So the 8, 9, 1 hitters due up for Uniontown. They'll face a new pitcher for the first time. It's going to be Gino Valenti on the hill for the Colonials. And here's the first pitch in for a strike against Gresh.
It'll be Gresh, Smiley, and then the top of the order, Cam Jackson. Cyrus Potko now at first base for the Colonials. And I think that Weekland is out in left field, if I'm not mistaken. Trying to catch the number, but looks like he's out there. So he kind of swaps spaces with Potko.
Gresh will take a ball here, 1-2. So far this season, Valenti has made 3 appearances. He's got a 6.75 ERA. He's 1-0 in those appearances. He's pitched about 9 1/3 innings, struck out 10 batters, walked 5. Right now, Uniontown trying to get something going. Gresh has a 2-2 count. Gresh going to foul this one back.
Gresh 1 for 2 today, singled and struck out. We'll be able to close the book also on Weakland. He pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, all of them earned, gave up 5 hits, struck out 4, walked 3, and he hit a batter as well. But still not a bad outing for Evan Weakland.
And this one is hit foul by Gresh.
Ooh. Good job by Sutton. That ball was looking like it was going to go back in fair territory. Good thing he picked it up. A little funny spin on that by Gresh. But Sutton smart enough to pick it up.
Gresh did not hesitate either to move down first base just in case. This one way upstairs. So Gresh has fought his way back into this at-bat after going down 0-2. We want to recognize our video stream sponsors tonight one more time. Henry Stewart Audiology, Jackson Farms Dairy Store. Gresh continuing to stay alive. Don Miller Roofing, the Uniontown Printing Press, Attorney Dan White at Tremba, Kinney, Greiner, and Kerr. Gresh, full count. Big at bat to get this bottom of the 7th started. Gresh pops this one up. It looks to be out of play. It will be into some trees.
Fortunately rolled down the hill.
Easy one to retrieve. It looks like a couple of people are already in on that work. Myers wants to come out and talk to Valenti. Of course, Jackson Farms and their ad this evening mentioning that they're on Route 40 and Briar Hill, and without Albert Gallatin, you might not have Route 40. Albert Gallatin instrumental in bringing the National Road through Fayette County. Of course, he was living in Fayette County. This one is going to be called a strike, and Gresh will strike out looking, and oh my, that was a tough break for Gresh. I think that one certainly looked inside, but that will bring Hunter Smiley to the play. Now Albert Gallatin just 2 outs away from closing out a 5-3 victory here at Bailey Park. These two teams will do it again real soon.
Yeah, scheduled to meet again tomorrow.
The pitch, Smiley will take a strike, and another call that the Red Raiders are not real wild about. Smiley spinning around and asking for time, and he wants to go talk to his coach now. Home plate umpire will step around and give home plate a scrubbing. Myers will take the opportunity to jog out to Valenti as well.
Yeah, Valenti looking to pick up the save here in relief of Weakland. Weakland, as we said, came in 1-3 on the season, but in line for his second win if Valenti can hold the Red Raiders scoreless.
Pitch to Smiley. This one is going to be hit foul, so Smiley will fall behind 0-2.
Albert Gallatin had swept the other crosstown rival, Laurel Highlands, last week. And they're looking to do this, well, looking to start out this series against Uniontown with a win. But hoping as much as they can to sweep both of them and stay in the section race.
Winning this one goes a long way to achieving that ends. Here's the pitch, and Smiley going to hit this one up over top of the keystone. Catch is made by the shortstop, 2 down.
Go ahead, I'm sorry, Josh.
Valenti now just needs one more. He's going to face Cam Jackson.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of these Albert Gallatin faithful, they've got a pretty nice showing over there.
They do.
Nice fan base, and they're pretty happy with the way this is going right now, looking for the last out.
Jackson's going to hit this one foul. Will it stay in play? Just out of play.
Yeah, Podko just worried about the fence there a little bit and couldn't get to it. So fortunately, Jackson stays alive.
Jackson, certainly someone you'd like to see on base, brings a lot of speed to the proceeding. He's going to be followed by Mason Kuhn if he's able to get on. Here's the pitch. Jackson going to hit this one well foul, back out of play. and into someone's yard. Hopefully they check that yard before they get the mower out next time, although one young man's going to try his luck, and he charges up the hill. Now, that's a workout, charging up the hill there toward Charles Street. He's going to try to get that one back.
Good luck.
This one is hit foul.
He might find probably about 100 baseballs in there.
He's going to get some help, too.
I
think he found it. He found a baseball. Who knows if it's the baseball?
Yeah, I was going to say, it might be from when Bailey played here.
Very possible. And Cam Jackson appears to have got a piece of that one, so he'll stay alive, down 0-2. Jackson, of course, going to play some defense now at the plate. He's got one strike left. The Red Raiders are down to one strike. Valenti looking for that strike here. This one upstairs. Jackson ducks out of the way.
Well, they probably a pretty good move to move this game to 5 o'clock by A.D. Harry Kaufman.
Yes, Mr. Kaufman proactive, checking out the weather forecast. Hey, that's the beauty of living in 2024. You can check the weather by the hour. Cam Jackson going to swing through this one, but Jackson's off to first. They get him in time. That's going to do it here at Uniontown's Bailey Park, where Albert Gallatin has won 5-3 after 7 innings. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with the postgame show here on the WMBS Facebook page. Your postgame show is going to be brought to you by Peach and Pharmacy. Peach and Pharmacy in the downtown Connellsville Peach and Market. Same hours and free prescription delivery. You're listening to the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Henry and Stewart Audiology are experienced audiologists in Uniontown, Carmichaels, and Connellsville, Pennsylvania. The gift of hearing is important for people of all ages. From infancy to late adulthood, Henry and Stewart Audiology is here to ensure you make the best decisions about your hearing throughout your life. When you choose them as your audiologist, there's no need to wait for a sale. They offer fair and honest pricing every day on all of their hearing devices and services. Contact Henry and Stewart Audiology today. Fall in love with a house? Head over heels for a home plan? Take the plunge. Apply for a mortgage loan with First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Feeling commitment shy? Complete a mortgage pre-qualification. It's simple. 100% online, and you'll get a personalized answer within one business day. Then save the date for move-in day or groundbreaking and put a key ring on it. Apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729. Donald M. Miller Incorporated has been providing quality service to Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Maryland, and Ohio since 1945. Their workforce is trained in all aspects of roofing installation, including asphalt shingles, standing seam metal, slate, copper, and EPDM roofing. They also do gutter and other specialty metal installations. They do both residential and commercial projects of any size. Feel free to call their office at 724-438-8071 and speak with Donnie or Doug Miller about your roof project. Since 1976, Davis & Davis has represented people and not insurance companies. Our lawyers have experience in litigating or settling personal injury claims, medical malpractice cases, and wrongful death actions, together with domestic, real estate, workers' compensation, and municipal law experience. Throughout decades of work, Davis & Davis has successfully represented thousands of cases in local, state, and federal courts. For more information on how Davis & Davis can help, you can phone 724-437-2799. Welcome back to Bailey Park, where the Albert Gallatin Colonials have just defeated the Uniontown Red Raiders 5-3. The Albert Gallatin Colonials will improve to 3-2 in section play. The Uniontown Red Raiders will fall to 2-3. They will play again tomorrow. Thank you for joining us tonight on this exclusive digital broadcast on the WMBS Facebook page. Tonight, you heard Joshua Scully alongside Tony Hanula. And Tony, as we prepare ourselves now for the postgame show, which is being brought to us by Peach and Pharmacy. Peach and Pharmacy in the downtown Connellsville Peach and Market. Same hours and free prescription delivery. What can we share with our listeners about how this one played out?
Well, what played out was you had the Albert Gallatin Colonials. They scored 5 runs on only 4 hits. They committed 2 errors, and they left 7 guys on base, 3 of those in the first inning. The hitting stars, I guess, for the Colonials would be Dahlbeck, who was 2 for 3. He had a couple RBIs. Evan Weekland had a hit and an RBI. Also, Cyrus Potko had a hit, and you had Valenti with an RBI on the ground out. The winning pitcher is Weekland. He improves to 2-3 on the year. For the Uniontown Raiders on the other side, they had 3 runs on 5 hits. They also committed 2 errors, and they left 4 on base. Hits today by Mason Kuhn, Tate Musco, Smitley with an RBI, Braden Hensley with a hit, and Luke Gresh with a hit. And the losing pitcher is going to be Tyler Gasper, and he's going to drop to 0-2 on the year. And as you mentioned, both of these teams playing tomorrow. Be interesting to see what they do, Josh, because, as we said, it's going to be the 4th game of the week if they get it in weather-wise. And how much pitching does each one of these 2 teams have left?
That's a great point, Tony. We did see some really good relief pitching from Uniontown tonight. Caleb Bartok did a really nice job. We saw Wyatt Nels out there. Both of them doing some quality work for Uniontown. Unfortunately for the Red Raiders, just not quite able to plate enough runs to get themselves back into this one. We do thank you for joining us tonight here at Uniontown's Bailey Park. We ask that you consider joining us again in the future. We do have several other baseball games that we are planning to broadcast both on your radio dial and as digital exclusives on our Facebook page. For Tony Hanula, this is Joshua Scully. You have a beautiful evening and a good night.